So, how are you today?
I'm good. Just kind of excited to, I guess, talk about this issue that I've been having and maybe setting some goals and making some changes.
Good deal. Good deal. So, anything exciting happened this week?
No, just really work and school. Just trying to kind of find some, things to do to kind of fill my time, just social things to do. After your last suggestion, and the whole, no Facebook really kind of helped motivate me, so that was helpful. I think I found, 3 things that some of them excite me, some of them I'm not sure about, so it's kind of exciting going into it. So,
all right. So we're still set on, determining just ways to broaden, I guess, your horizons here in Huntington.
Mm-hmm.
So are we still wanting to focus on that, or are there any new goals that you have?
I think that certainly ties into my overall goal. I guess really, this is going to be like, a 180, but just getting out of my comfort zone is maybe the goal I really should be focusing on.
Okay.
So just not being, not intimidated by people, that's not the right word, but just like, I don't know, getting out of my shell and out of my comfort zone.
It's really easy to stay in your comfort zone and to stay with what you know.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it can be really, sometimes there's, a little bit of anxiety or, I guess, scaredness in terms of trying new things.
Sure.
So you said that you found the 3 things. So we talked about this intervention that we did last week, and we said that I told you that you could not get on Facebook until you found 3 things to get involved in. You didn't actually have to do them. What did you find?
So one is actually a pottery class. I nanny for a family, and the mother is actually an instructor at the museum. So I actually took a few when I was younger for like the kids class.
Yeah.
They actually have adult classes, so I thought, that would be fun. I love pottery, and she's awesome. So it's actually kind of nice to know someone going in to it, just because it kind of lightens, I guess, the overall experience. And then there's something called Create Huntington, and there's something called Chat and Chew, I think, and it's just about how to revitalize Huntington. It's a lot of young professionals, and it's how to make Huntington a better place. So it's kind of political, which I also like. And then the third one was actually, it's actually a club at Marshall. It's a counseling club. I don't know how realistic it is because you have to be nominated by the professors. I don't know if they have to do it on their own or you go talk to them about it.
It's called counseling club? What is it called?
No, it's like a fraternity. It has Greek letters.
Chi.
Yes, I think
I
so.
saw the little flyers for it out there actually.
Okay.
I guess it's contact, and you actually have to contact Dr. Garrett, not Dr. Burke, because I got a hold of Dr. Burke, and he's like, no, Dr. Garrett.
Okay.
And I said,
then I will definitely do that, because that's something that would be cool, and it looks good on a resume too, so it's kind of, 2 pluses, I suppose. So.
It sounds like, that you found things you wanted to do. That's good. You got over that hurdle. Realistically, which one do you, or any of them, do you see yourself doing?
Definitely the pottery class, just because I've done it. I know it's been I'm good at it, and I've done before and things like that. I like to think I would do the Chat and Chew because it sounds awesome. Just the time is kind of weird, so I can fit into my schedule. It's just do I want to give up the night of homework to go to this 2-hour thing a week?
Right.
So it's just kind of prioritizing, I suppose, which it's definitely feasible. It's realistic for me to do. I just need to give up one thing to do another. So.
Well, I think that, starting with something that you're more comfortable with would kind of be a good springboard then to try something that you would really like to do but aren't quite comfortable doing yet. So, the pottery class sounds great. Do you know when they meet or when they're starting a new class, or is it something that you just kind of jumped into, self-paced? I'm not sure how they go.
They do workshops, so they're normally, they're different times. Some are, 6 weeks, some are 3 months. It just kind of depends. The one she has, she normally does one each season, so there should be one coming up for the fall. The summer one's already passed, so that kind of stinks. I have to actually wait for this to happen. So in the meantime, I feel like I should do something else. Just I'm not waiting on that because I can push it, kind of far in the distance and be like, oh, I'll do that in October when I have it. But in the meantime, I feel like I need to do something.
Right. So since I'm kind of hearing now about your comfort zone, and I'm just wanting to break out of that instead of just getting involved, can you describe your comfort zone? Like, what would that look like? What does that look like for you?
It's kind of a bubble. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of depressing sometimes because it's funny, there are certain things I'm so comfortable doing. I mean, I've traveled abroad and I've gone to college, and going into the unknown, I like to do that. It's just with people, some of them are so uncertain, and I mean, I hate rejection. You know, I'm a person who, I want everyone to love me.
Yeah.
and things like that. So it's just hard, like, I don't know. I just think putting yourself out there with people is the hardest thing. Like, with traveling, it's fine, you know, but with people, it's just, that's like really unknown for me. So, and sometimes I second guess myself, like, how do I come off to people? But it's I don't know, maybe it comes from within me. It's my problem. It's nobody else's. I just need to kind of work on how I see myself.
So, if I'm hearing this correctly, it sounds as if you're afraid of rejection and of not being accepted.
That's true. Yeah, I come from a big family, and I have 3 older sisters, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but they're perfect in my eyes. I mean, they're just the people I look up to, and so I think I really try and live up to those standards, even though I don't think they pressure me or anything. It's just something that I feel like I need to grow towards. Which I shouldn't do. I should be my own person, but at the same time, I mean, I love these people so much, and I would like to make them proud.
So do you admire them, or do you kind of like idolize them, like something that you want to be or aspire to be?
A little of both. I mean, I think there's even some jealousy mixed in there. But I mean, it's based on, I think, respect. I do probably idolize them more than I should. And yeah, I think it's a lot of different emotions. So
it sounds like it.
Yeah. I'm just, yeah.
So, do you have a set of values or a set of goals for yourself, or are you, again, it sounds like you're kind of idolizing and taking their standards and trying to incorporate them into your life, and then I see this conflict of, I have to be an extrovert, but I'm an introvert. Are your sisters, are they kind of outgoing?
They're very outgoing, yes. Like, when you talk about, like, Homecoming Queen, that's like what at least 2 of them seem like. One of the other ones is a little crazier. But yeah, I mean, one of my sisters, one was captain of the soccer team, one was captain of the volleyball team. I mean, like, just like those little things. I know that's high school and it shouldn't matter, but like, just like throughout life, it's that
says a lot about who a person is and kind of like their style of who they are.
One of my 2 of my sisters are just natural leaders. I mean, like, they say jump and people say how high, and I really respect that. Not, I mean, they're not doing it in like a manipulative way, but just like people follow what they say and they respect them, I guess, for their ideas.
So maybe our goal needs to be more related to being okay with who you are and figuring out what you want to do. Because, I mean, we can definitely incorporate, the pottery or the chat and chew, which I think would just be kind of interesting. I think it'd be a lot of this the whole time. But, maybe we need to also work on being okay with Laura and who Laura is, and that she's her own person, just like each of her 3 sisters are.
Sure. And I think once I realized that my sisters have their faults and they know they have their faults, I think I would be okay with that. My eyes are so perfect. I'm like, well, they know they're perfect too. But I mean, I think they struggle with some of the same things I struggle with, even though they're just maybe better at hiding it, which I don't think is healthy, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, they really show their confidence, but I don't know. So I think we're similar, but they're just, I don't know, better putting on a better face about it. So
I think it would be interesting for you to step back and try to see yourself. So let's try this little exercise. I want you to do, let's role play.
Okay.
Or even, I saw this one, the empty chair. Actually, we're going to do the empty chair technique.
Okay.
So here's what I'm thinking, is that I want you to have a conversation with the conflicting sides of yourself here. The one that is Laura right now, that who you are, the introvert and everything.
Okay.
And I want you to express how you feel to this Laura that feels like she's just not up to par to her sisters and is really confused about where to go. So,
So I'm the confident one talking to the introverted one?
No, you're the introvert who you naturally are.
Okay.
Speaking to the one that doesn't know where to go and doesn't know what to do and wishes she was like her sisters.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So let me stand up here.
Oh gosh, okay. This is kind of hard. I might have to think about this.
Let me still get in the frame here.
Yeah. You're still here.
Yeah, I'm still here, promise.
Well, okay. So I guess I just want to say that, it's okay to be who you are. How much I have to be in the chair? I don't know.
The chair.
The chair. I know it's the empty chair, but
I'm just observing. I'm simply an observer.
Well, I guess, it's okay to be who you are and that everybody has their faults and, being unsure is a natural part of life and that it's kind of what you go through and how you handle those things that really kind of make you the person you are. So, it's okay to get out there and it's okay to be rejected and that's all kind of part of the process and, it's something you can look back on and I guess go from there. Hopefully that's kind of what you wanted.
Well, I'm just wanting to kind of hear, and I think the other Laura wants to hear it too. It sounds like, you're, well, we might have done this wrong. I just wanted to hear, because I feel that part of you is confident in who you are. Mm-hmm. But I feel like there's this dichotomy of, but this is what I should be.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And this is the should be chair, and this is the you chair.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you did say a lot of really good things there about, I just feel like I'm rejected, but I got to just go and do it.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'd like to talk to your should be self and talk to your real one. So tell me what you should be.
Okay.
Actually, you need to if you could physically get up.
Oh, do you want me to?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Here we go.
Okay. Let's see. I think you should not be afraid of failure or rejection. I think you should let people see the real you because I think actually you are confident and you have a lot of good attributes and I think you shouldn't be afraid to let people see that. And if people reject you, then it's their loss and not mine. That seems a little conceited, but maybe that's kind of how you should act.
Okay, so maybe I assigned the chairs wrong, which is my fault completely. You can go back to your chair if you want here.
Sorry, we were talking about should be and...
No, it's good. But it sounds like your should be, instead of like should be your sisters, you're like, well, you should be who you are. So like you were defending the one over here that was over here saying, well, I need to be me.
Yeah.
So you want to be you.
Mm-hmm.
But you want people to like you for you. Mm-hmm. And you're afraid of that rejection. You're afraid of people. You're afraid if you're your introverted self that people are going to reject you. Mm-hmm. If you're not like your sisters who are successful, or in your eyes, successful and outgoing.
Right. And I think, and I love my family, but I think that a lot of my family members are extroverts. I mean, my dad really actually is an introvert. I'm a lot like him. Mm-hmm. But he has so many good attributes about him, but that is just like such a small thing. And so I think that my family doesn't, I don't know, maybe not respect me, but they can't get as close to me as they want to because I'm introverted. And so I think, I don't even know where I was really going with this.
Are you wanting to, do you feel that they would make more of an effort to get to know you if you were more extroverted? Do you feel like they wouldn't want to be around you being an introvert?
No, because I mean, they have no problems, I think, being with me right now. I think it's in my mind. I mean, it's really, I don't know. I think it's totally kind of an unrealistic thing because my family does love me, even though I am introverted. So I think it really comes within me, and it's just what I'm projecting onto them. So
insightful. There you go. It's like my work here is done. No. No, I think it's good that there's this self-reflection that you can now kind of see what's happening within yourself. I think that self-awareness is very good, and I think you can see now that you've been kind of conflicting with who you want to be, who you think you ought to be, but it sounds like you just want to be you and be seen for yourself.
Yeah. Well, and I don't necessarily really want to change. I mean, like you said, I think I am a confident person. It's just I doubt myself because I want to be everything to everyone. And that's not possible. And So I don't think I need to change myself. I think I need to change the way of thinking about everything.
Maybe a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have that syndrome that everyone needs to love me or else I'm just a bad person. But I mean, that's stupid. You know, I mean, people are going to not like me and that's okay. I need to accept that. So
maybe by telling yourself, you know, not everyone has to like me. You know, they say, you know, the looking in the mirror and telling yourself, I think I'm beautiful. You'll eventually start to believe it. So maybe this faking it until you make it type of thing, that you may be doubtful about, you know, people not liking your introvertedness and who you are, but just being confident, trying to exude that confidence that you're okay in your own skin.
Right.
And maybe putting yourself in some of those situations, like the pottery class that you've kind of already experienced, you'd be a little bit more comfortable with yourself. Like if you said, I'm going to go scuba dive. No, I'm going to go skydiving is what I meant to say. Like you might, I mean, have you skydived before?
No.
Would you be out of your element if you skydived?
Not at all. That's actually on my bucket list. So.
Okay, so what's something that would be completely out of your league?
Oh my gosh.
Swimming with sharks.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, so if I told you to swim with sharks, you're not going to gain any kind of confidence from that.
Right.
That's a lot of fear, and you're going to be like, whoa, she's going to put me into weird, strange situations, and I could not act myself. You know, so maybe by us just a little slowly at a time, getting more involved with things that you're okay with doing, that you can be yourself and isn't completely out of the ordinary would be something that we could do here.
Right, and I would, I don't know, I think change should happen slowly. I think if it happens too much, then it's, I don't know, I don't think it's productive. I don't think it's going to last.
Yeah.
So I like kind of slow and steady more than anything. So.
That sounds like a really good idea. So let me know next week how your pottery search goes. Maybe try to, you can find your niche in Huntington of your little introverts, and it's not a bad thing, you know. One man wolf pack. Put it here. No, that's what I am too. So
it's cool.
All right. Well,
thank you.